So yesterday we talked about the empty space, and here we are in the previously empty space. It's got just a couple things that spark a lot of joy. Um, the objects in the space today were gifts from my dear friend Ruth. The rather large rubber tree was a little plant like this that she had in her home and gifted to me, and I've managed to grow it into the monster you see before you today. And then she also gifted me those beautiful pale green hand dipped candles. And then that gave me an excuse to buy new candle holders because I said, I don't have anything to put them in. And normally I don't buy candles, so I don't have candle holders, but found those. And they're beautiful and sculptural. So even if I burn the candles down, I will still have those beautiful sculptural pieces. So a lot of joy is in this corner now, even though the Christmas tree is gone. I was sad to take it down. I was happy to have help. I was very happy that I was able to accept help, especially since I wouldn't want to fall off a ladder when I'm all alone and no one's here but the dog who would probably eat me. I said that to someone and said, it's not a cat. I'm like, well, yeah, you're right. It would probably just bark at me and wonder why I'm not getting up to feed her. The cat would eat me. In any case, a couple of things came up yesterday, and I haven't forgotten. I've been thinking a lot about the issue of identity, and I completely forgot about thoughts or things until just recently when I watched yesterday's video in order to try to recall the two things that I promised would have their own videos. Thoughts or things is going to require for me to really reach into the archives or into the galaxies and bring that one down and really articulate that one. Some of you will just say, yeah, thoughts are things. I know that. Some of you have already sort of assimilated that into your DNA, and some of you are talking about, well, no, things are things and thoughts are thoughts. So I will do my very best in the near future to really articulate what I mean when I say thoughts are things to those of you who might be hearing something like that for the first time. And the other, of course, the thought of identities, I've been thinking a lot about that. And I'll quickly tell a story today. And I was at a seminar and I'm going to tell the truth. I was bored with the speaker. So I went outside to the lobby, and this wonderful woman by the name of Dr. Teresa Dale was there. Dr. Teresa Dale is the person I actually heard this concept of identities from. We have beliefs, and then we form these beliefs into identities, and then we say, I am. And like I said, some of these things are quite positive, some of them are quite innocuous, and some of those things might be holding us back. I am a father, I am a mother, I am a brother, I am a sister, I am a son, I'm a daughter. Probably pretty good things. I'm a bowler. I'm a skier. Okay, they're just things you do. But notice there that those are actually things you do. They're not really things you are. And then you take it on as an identity. Some of the dangerous ones are illnesses. Okay. When we take on our symptomology as part of our identity, I am a person with my fill in the blank disease diagnosis symptom, um, and then don't move on from that, and actually are afraid to let go of that. In my case, I had acquired this identity of being a comedian, and I really didn't want to be in that business. I didn't find it particularly rewarding. What I wanted to do was make people feel better, which at that moment, my only avenue for that was to make them laugh. It turns out I'm not funny. Um, so I found other things to do, bioenergetic synchronization technique. I found the energy codes. I found other ways to help people feel better without having to be in the comedy business. But at the moment when I realized that I wanted to do that and not this, and I had little cards made up that said Ralphie Love, comedian, I was sad to relinquish that identity. But I knew, because of my uh, even my brief sort of exposure to the work of Dr. Dale, I knew what an identity was, and I knew that it was just an identity. You know, I so at this seminar, I'm bored. I go out. Turns out Dr. Dale was also bored. So we're out there both bored, and we start talking. So I have the privilege of a one-on-one with this amazing woman, and you can look her up and see the work that she does. She survived Chernobyl in Europe. If you don't know, the the radioactivity from Chernobyl actually affected people right outside the immediate area, and she devised ways to heal herself from this issue. So you know the proof is in the pudding. I mean, this is a doctor with who had to heal herself of something quite serious. So she's an amazing woman, an amazing doctor. I was talking about something that I had been healed from or released from, or what, and I said to Dr. Dale, and I'm a gay man, and she looked at me and she said, "No, you're not. That's just an identity." Now this is 2024, and some of us hold our identities, and this wasn't 2024 then, but still, some of us hold our identities with great reverence. It's my identity. It's my identity. It's who I am. And had she just stopped there, had she said, "It's a no, you're not, it's an identity," that could have been dismissive, or it could have been, oh, she doesn't acknowledge me or she doesn't see me. But there was another sentence after that. She said, "You are a soul. You are a soul." So when there is an identity that is not serving you anymore, again, I'm not talking about, oh, identify every identity and get rid of it because they're not all, because none of them are good. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying when you identify an identity that doesn't particularly serve you, remember that above all of these identities, or under all of these identities, or within all of these identities, I am a soul. You are a soul. I'm Ralphie Love, and I love you.